Okay, so I've got a problem, and it has to do with my soundboard. It isn't working right now, so I have to do some Googling and fix it. But, I mean, when have I used my soundboard? I've used it sparingly, whatever. I have used it, but I think that I went overboard. And then I stopped using it altogether for the most part. But now it's just not working at all, and I have to address that. Now, if you're wondering why I'm still on this screen, it's because I'm haunted. And we don't have to deal with that right now, so I'm going to just focus on the ending cutscene. I wasn't going to record it right now, but I really don't need a repeat of what happens when I ignore the end of an event for too long. I really don't need to do that shit. Okay, so when do I obtain a new legendary duel list? Okay. I'm just... you know... I may... Okay. I know I haven't been the best villain, but... when you call me a lowly human, you're just asking for it, okay? I'm just going to be honest with you. You're kind of asking for it. Arg! I had the perfect defense. So how could this be happening? Because you don't have the perfect defense. It's kind of like Spectre against Lightning. Did he really have the perfect defense? No, he did not. Lightning had the better... well, you know what? Who did I actually want to win that? Because I've got some issues with Spectre, but I mean, Lightning is just worse. Oh, right. I should probably get back to the ending cutscene. Yeah, we should ignore that she had an imperfect defense. It's because I'm the lead singer of Roro Roman. I shine at any venue, even a baseball stadium. I hope you can shine at a baseball stadium, because many bands do, in fact, shine in a baseball stadium. Now, I have not been there to see it for myself, but I have seen it, or heard about it, in my case. And I'm bringing home the win. So, one of your few wins. I mean, I don't even know how many times you won, but it wasn't as many times as I expected based on the first time you showed up. When you showed up, I thought you were a total asshole. You stayed a total asshole, but you didn't get as many wins as I expected. The same for Nail and Asana. Well, Asana got about as many as I expected, to be honest, but let's move on. Shut up! You don't get to be here. Go away. Slam them down. Ah! Okay, Yuka, you better get that arm checked, because otherwise we're going to lose it. The duel is over. I lost! That was a great duel, Yuka. How's your shoulder doing? It's doing fine. Yeah, that's what I say every time I write too much in a single day. I just say I'm fine. Or when I'm going through ladder in ranked, oh, my wrist is fine. I'm not gonna have any issues because of that. Yeah, except I shouldn't ignore my problems, and neither should you, Yuka, by the way. You should get that checked before it becomes a huge problem. And why do you talk like your band's some big deal? I've never even heard of you. Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're not a big deal. That just means you have never heard of them. And what does that say about you, if we're being honest? What? She's never heard of Roro Roman? That's impossible. Okay. Go up to the president right now and ask if he's heard of, which band is major right now? I don't know what's major right these days. I'm just saying, if you ask the president about a band that is popular with the kids, I doubt the president would recognize the name. I'm just being honest. And no, this is not a jab at the president because of his age. I'm just saying that he's very, very busy. Often being petty, but not always. I'm just saying when you're busy running a company, you don't have time to hear of every single band out there, okay? You don't know the trends and everything that's popular. You're too busy doing your damn job. Well, okay. If you're a proper leader, that is. It is possible, and I'm proof. Yeah, so is the president, which is also not a jab at him because of his age or his position as president. I'm just saying he doesn't know what's in with the cool kids. I don't either, but I mean, we're going to ignore that detail. We're going to pretend I'm as young as these people are. Actually, no. How about I don't say things like that? Because it is just objectively not even true. Yeah. But Roman is super popular. Their music has been streamed over 7 billion times. Oh god, you're bringing out the stats now? I don't listen to lame old pop songs. Then what is your type of music? Because you do have to like music of some variety, right? You're playing baseball. You probably have bands at the baseball stadium at some point or another every now and then. Okay, I've never been to a baseball stadium. I don't like baseball, alright? Yeah. I don't care about your band, and I definitely don't care about you. Get away from me. Ugh. Even though I won the match, why do I feel like I lost? I think you're experiencing what a lot of people experience when they enter into a relationship. I believe this is something that a lot of men experience. They win the argument, but the woman actually, well, we know how the stereotypes go in this regard, but let's continue because I suck at stereotypes. Actually, I'm not sure if that's true, but I don't particularly like this one because it's just stupid. Okay, shut up! You don't get to speak. Cheer up, Proa. Yeah, even if you're no longer a rock superstar, you can still be a baseball rush duel superstar. Luke, that's ridiculous. A bunch of people have still heard of Roa's name. You're not helping. Sniff. Even if I'm out of the running, I have to make sure Yuo will never be president either. So these are the last tears I'm going to shed. But I wish I could have been president too. Oh yeah? Well, you'd probably be a better one than Yuo, at least. Whoa! And Yuga's just standing there the entire time. Wow. Okay, so do we have anything going on right now? Anything? Apparently not. Okay, well then... I don't even know what I want right now, so what am I supposed to use these coins on? These box chips. I don't know what I want. Meanwhile, my inbox is full of gems again because I don't know what I want to use them on. I'll find something eventually. Honestly, I don't know. Dude, do you know where... Dude, I don't necessarily feel like recording right now, but every single time I lose, that changes. Because even though I act like I don't always want to be here, I do want to be here. And that's why I play this game. Because I absolutely want to be here, but sometimes I have to lose first to get in the mood, you know? That doesn't mean I'm going to lose this duel. Come on. This isn't ranked. Although, if I lost against the Supreme King, that'd be stupid. I mean, I do like his deck and all of that, but it's just not as good anymore. And that's a problem because, you know, I'm supposed to be in the middle of a villain arc and I don't feel like I'm doing a very good job. But Noah is going to change that because I do not appreciate being called a lowly human. I wouldn't appreciate it from the Supreme King either, but whatever. Okay, I'm destroying that card. It doesn't deserve to be on the field. I don't even know what it is, but I'm gonna kill it. It's dead. Okay, well, it's definitely a card, I'll be honest. I've used it here and there, just not as often as I would have in the past, you know? When this card game still passed as a children's card game, if we're being honest, because it's definitely not a children's card game. And to be fair, I don't think it was ever marketed to be one specifically. But I mean, the United States being treated like children because we fucking act like children. And don't even argue with me that we don't. Because, yeah, we kind of do. Not all of us, okay? Some of us are functional and we are mature for our age, but, I'm not going to defend those of us that act like total assholes. I want to duel you as a raid boss, Vector. That's what I meant when I said that I want to kick your ass. Where's your raid boss event? I'm going to be busy in November. You're going to show up in November, aren't you? Who else showed up in November when I was busy? You know, I've been slacking off all month, so now I have to do everything in 2 days. Because I'm just too much of a slacker. And you know the worst part is, I'm not going to continue this statement. No. No. Just make your move. Sure. Yeah, you know, his cards are actually good in a player's hands, but as a raid boss, a Vector is super underpowered. But I did not tell Konami that. In fact, I'm not even sure if I responded to the survey for that event. I don't remember. The last survey I remember responding to was Yuka's, actually. And I'm pretty sure I just spoke into the void. And you may be like, oh, great, we know exactly what you said. No, you don't. You really don't. You think you know because I'm an obsessed bitch, but this goes beyond that. In order to be an obsessed bitch, this game cannot die. And I do not want this game to die, so, okay, hold on. I am currently worried about the lifespan of this game. But no, I don't think it's going to die anytime soon. I think it still has at least a couple years left. It's at least going to last 10 years, and no one can convince me otherwise. It's at least going to last 10 years, and the 10th anniversary will actually feel like a 10th anniversary. And some people may be like, how would you know that? How would I know? Well, let me just tell you something. I've played some games that have lasted 10 years, and Konami cannot do worse than the 10th anniversary for Gems of War. Konami has done some shit that's very bad, but they cannot make the 10th anniversary of Duel Links worse than the 10th anniversary for Gems of War. Konami cannot do that. It's too much of a low bar to surpass. in regards to Gems of War. Konami will actually do something during the 10th anniversary, and it will feel like one, even though it probably will not satisfy me. But when was I satisfied? I don't remember the last time I actually was. I mean, I'm a bitch, and I've said that a lot, but I don't really seem to like the thought of actually sounding like a villain, because the minute I sounded like one, I came back in the next video and apologized for it. Oh yes, I'm going to apologize for sounding horrible in one context. Yeah, I'm not really going to apologize again. I mean, as soon as he shows up, I'm just going to be like, fuck you, Noah, fuck you. I don't care how old you are. You're going to act like you're how old exactly? Well, apparently you gave up your humanity. So I'm going to say what I say to all people that do that. You're not better than humans, especially when you already were one at one point, Noah. But you just don't want to admit that, do you? Because then you would have to admit that you're also a failure. You don't want to admit you're a failure, because if you did that, you'd have to admit that you are not better for oh my god. You would have to admit a lot of things you really don't want to. Like, for example, that maybe your father didn't give a shit about you at all. Which, I mean, that's not exactly a nice thing to say, I must admit. But even if it's not a nice thing to say, your father was a complete bastard. And I'm not sure if I should defend, let's see, did you have a good father, Vector? I'm not sure. But fathers in this franchise tend to be terrible, so I'm going to assume that your childhood was full of shit. At least if Dawn 1000 didn't fuck that one up. You may be like, what? You read the actual spoil? Yes, I did read the spoilers. I read all kinds of spoilers. All kinds. Including the part where Noah died, apparently. I mean, I did watch his arc. I mean, of course I watched it. That's why I've got a problem with him. But, I mean, I also watched him in the dub. I don't remember how much of that carried over into the dub. But, where was I going with this? I was definitely going somewhere that made sense, but I guess I don't like making sense, which really isn't... That's not a good way to win a duel. To win a duel, you have to make some sense. Oh, God. Okay, alright. Well, I already discarded Neil's wise man to the graveyard, which was probably not a good move. And he destroyed my trap. Oh shit, I lost. Oh well, who's surprised? Well, I guess I now feel like playing this game. Because I just lost. By the way, I still have something against you, Vector. It's going to sound very, very familiar. Actually, maybe it won't, because I haven't actually made your event public yet. But there's a good reason for that. I need to rerun. You know, so I can sound like I'm actually having fun during your event. I don't feel like sometimes I don't feel like I'm having fun. And then again, who really had fun dueling you in the anime anyway, Vector? Who had fun? Only you had fun. Everyone else was just suffering at... Everyone else was just suffering. Yeah, you just killed some people. They all suffered and died. Anyway, we're going to move on. I really, really do not like that I just lost that, but okay, sure. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. In the next video, hopefully something will be going on, but I really have no idea what, and I'm very impatient. However, while I'm busy being impatient, and before I end the video, I had to climb back into Legend in 2 days. So do I really want something to happen tomorrow? I could probably just grind in ranked and, that's fine. Except for the part where I could fail. And the video was over.